All right, I'm making this video about Santa Marta because I would have wished to seen this video before I would have gone there. And to make this clear from the start, Santa Marta is worth visiting. I wouldn't spend there too long. I was there for a month. That's too much. It's too hot. It's too dangerous. Tourism, yes. Go there for a week, check the boxes, and get the fuck out of the city. Look, I don't want to oversell the danger, but I think you shouldn't also undersell it, because there is some things that are life-threatening. It's not just about the robbery that happened to me, but also the fact that people kept getting shot in the neighboring streets on a weekly basis, and this is not an exaggeration. So make sure you watch all the video, so you get all the stories, so you can avoid all of this shit. Let's start how I got into the situation. So I was in Medellin, I looked at Santa Marta, maybe as you do, as this beautiful beach city, which it is, and thought, couldn't be worse than Medellin, right? And I looked on a local website because I was broke to get an apartment there, which was quite cheap, but it was a little outside. It was like in the south of the city, but very close to the beach, which I found very nice. And the beach there was also nice. It's actually nicer than in central Santa Marta. But the southern parts, Rodadero, and also the part next to the airport are unsafe. The more central you can go in the city, the better. Those zones in the south, they have nice beaches sometimes, but all the robberies that I heard were there. I never heard something happening in the center. It was always in those zones. Anyway, I was there. It was beautiful nature. It's like halfway into the Sierra Nevada, Santa Marta. So you have all the mountains in the background. But the streets are very empty, and there's a lot of very poor houses there. So this is kind of the problem. And the first week, I ordered an Uber from a hotel, and the guy there told me that there was a family shot next street to my apartment. And I was like, what? So I came there, everything full of police. And the guy at my Airbnb confirmed that it was a car with like a family with 2 children surrounded by 2 motos, and they just shot the whole family, including children. And they said it was the Narcos, that they have like some problem with them. It's like fucking Netflix Narcos movie, right? But his stuff has happening there. So the thing is that those things kept on happening on a weekly basis. New people died. I thought it's just like a one-time incident. It wasn't. People kept getting shot. And I think things have gotten worse in Colombia. One, because we have a lot of Venezuelan refugees who come there, and they don't get like welfare money, so they go into criminal activities to survive, and you have very strong inflation. Things are getting more expensive, so that drives people into violent crimes out of sheer desperation. So in the last years, the security situation in Colombia has been getting much, much worse. You have to be aware of that. And yeah, so to the robbery, I was warned by people to not walk around there after sunset. But the thing is, the sunset is at 5 p.m. So if you're working like me, it's difficult to make that safety rule happening. And I went despite people warning me. And one night I came home with a bus from Barranquilla with my MacBook, with my phone, with everything. And I said to the bus, like, leave me out here. And he was like, no, it's too dangerous. You can't leave. And when I exited this bus and walked home, it was a really bad feeling. I walked home very fast. Nothing happened. The day after, at 7 p.m., I went just with my broken iPhone and credit card to buy some groceries. On the way back, I have a moto next to me, in front of me, and the guy's pointing a gun at me. So I just like raise my hands. I give up. I know it's like not worth it. So, and also you're just shocked if somebody puts a gun at you. And the guy like comes down with the moto and shit. And I'm like, dude, you know, because it's so sudden movements, you can get shot just by accident, which actually happens in Colombia. So a guy, touches me everywhere, my dick, sexual harassment too, sees if there's stuff there, takes my phone, takes my credit card, get the fuck. No, he didn't get the fuck away. After he has the things, after he has took the things away from me, he still points the gun at me, and he looks into my eyes, and I can see those emotions, this anger and hate in his eyes, and I know those emotions are the ones that drive people to murder others. So I wasn't having a good feeling. Actually, in that moment, I thought he's gonna kill me because he already had my stuff. Why did he keep pointing the gun at me? And I could feel like he thought about what to do. Luckily, nothing happened. And they drove off. Afterwards, there were like people coming to me and helping me. And like one woman drove me home on her moto. They're actually the Colombians. They don't like robberies too because they get robbed as well. Like the days after, I met several Colombians who live in that neighborhood who got robbed. And it's just like continuously that stuff happened. People getting robbed, people getting shot. I heard so much stories. Stay in the center of Santa Marta. Be aware. Try not to walk around at night alone. And you should be able to avoid those things. Come to the city, but please be careful.